the Warriors had a rough week. They lose to the Knicks at home. They get the win against Memphis, and then they lose to Indiana, and then they lose at Minnesota. The one at Minnesota, that one just happened, and Steph ended up getting pulled with like 4 minutes left in the third quarter and didn't get put back in till there were 6 minutes left in the fourth, and they only lose that game by four. And I think that and people are starting to get on Steve Kerr about the rotation for Steph Curry and why is he only playing 30 minutes in a close game when you need it. And now the Rockets are only one game back. They've kept their winning ways.
Eight in
They've
a
won
row.
9 of their last 10 when I looked at the last 10, and that includes 8 in a row now. I mean, the Rockets they've officially figured it out. They're they're for real now. They're at 500. They're making noise. They are on our ass. They're only one game back. It is time to wake the hell up and start winning games. You got this week. You're at Miami. You're at Orlando. You're at Charlotte, and then you're at the San Antonio Spurs. You need to get 3 out of 4 of these on this like coming up. There's you need 3 out of the next 4. Um, Otherwise, you're going to be in danger of falling out of the playoffs, playing tournament.
Yeah,
It's bad. It's real bad.
they over the course of the season they lost so many games that they should have won. Going into the fourth quarter with leads and then seeing those leads evaporate. Um, Honestly, I just think we've talked about this so much. I just don't think they're a very good team.
Yeah.
You know, I think they got good players. I think they've had players step up at certain times. They started winning when the young players started to really have a active role in the system. But something is not gelling right, and I think I think we'll always as fans be thankful that Andrew Wiggins helped us get that last chip. But for whatever reason, it just seems like it's not working. It seems like he's old Andrew Wiggins. It just seems like there's too many pieces on this roster right now that don't fit. And there's not really anybody other than Steph Curry that's like becoming a true scorer. Um, Kaminga's been extremely streaky the past month or so. We saw him like really dominate and be really amazing. And there was a couple of games there where defensively he really stepped up, but he's kind of fallen back to that mean again. He hasn't really, you know, been a highlight reel as we saw earlier in the season. Um, I also think they're just getting old. You know, Steph Curry's on the wrong side of 30. Klay Thompson, Draymond Green at the 5. You can't have him at the 5 for extended minutes and extended games. Kevon Looney's just, you know, aging, and he just does not look like the same center as he has in the past. He's not even getting any minutes. I think the positive is you found some really good young guys. I think going forward, there are some role players and possibly some starters. You know, Pods is, he's getting better. I know he's kind of taken a beating for the past couple of games, you know, some things that he made mistakes on, but he's a rookie right now. There's not too many rookies that come out and are capable of playing with Steph and Draymond and Klay and even Chris Paul and take up those minutes and be a leader. But he has. We could see the hustle. He's rebounding. I'm still confused why Moses Moody is always in the doghouse, it seems like, and why isn't he getting more consistent run? So when Andrew Wiggins left, it seemed like some guys were getting some run and an identity was happening. Andrew Wiggins comes back, disrupts the team again, and now everybody doesn't have an identity all over again. So I don't know. It just seems like this team is not together, is
Yeah.
what it looks like to me.
Tyler in the chat again saying, let's keep Curry fresh for Cancun. And the best plus minus lineup is 6-man Klay and TJD.
Yeah, I would love to have play back, but I don't know. I don't know if you're the Warriors, I don't know if you can bring Clay back at 20 million
Mhm.
plus as the sixth man. And then what do you do with Chris Paul? And you bring
Yeah,
all
well, I
these
mean,
guys back.
yeah,
Then how do you add? Like, how do you add other players to the starting lineup
yeah.
when
I mean,
you've
you're
been
still
in the
over the luxury
salary? You're
tax.
still over the
Yeah,
luxury tax. So I'm not I'm not putting blame on Kerr. I'm not putting blame on the front office. Like, what can you do? What trade is out there that can be made that puts this team back to being a championship contender? Like, what player is available and who
yeah.
are you
Well,
giving up?
I'll say that Chris Paul's contract expires at the end of this year. So that's if they end up not
I
bringing
believe he
him
has to
back,
opt out, right? I
no,
believe
no,
he
no,
has
no,
to opt
no.
in, opt out.
I thought he was done. That's why they made the trade, was because this was the last year of the contract. Um,
I don't
and
know. We'll
he's
have to double
done.
check. I thought it
Yeah,
was an opt in, opt out.
yeah. But anyway, so obviously Clay's contract is up as well.
I mean,
Yeah, it's
you
just
hope if it
yeah,
is opt in or opt out, you hope Chris Paul leaves because you can't pay him. I doubt Clay is going to take like a bench amount, when Draymond and Curry are still getting 25 plus. So like, what can you do? What is out there to be done?
oh no,
And
you're right. There is an opt-in.
yeah, so I mean,
It's non-guaranteed.
if Chris Paul opts in, you're probably looking to trade him.
Mm.
And somebody might take it because it's an expiring, because that is his last year on the
Right.
deal. So somebody
Yeah,
might take it.
it's 30 million. Um,
So, but who are you
yes.
getting back? Like, who's going to give up? And with the NBA, you got to have it roughly match. There's a percentage that needs to
Yeah.
match.
Yeah. You don't actually want to give up that. I think at this point, you want to hang on to that expiring
Yeah, because it's
contract.
expiring.
Yeah.
So
That's 30 million off the books next year. After next year.
I still think I would think it would be better that he opt out, because then you're off the hook sooner
right.
than later. Um, but I don't know what options the Warriors really have to build around Curry and add players, like, because you're in the luxury tax and so many players have gotten
Yeah.
paid.
Well,
And then you
he.
got Kaminga, right? You got Kaminga that's going to be up for a contract pretty soon.
Mhm. Yeah. So it looks like it's a non-guaranteed contract, is what it is. It becomes fully guaranteed for next season on June 28th. So you have 3 months basically to decide if you're going to keep Chris Paul or if you're going to cut him. And it looks like, and I think you can cut him relatively cheaply because it's not guaranteed at all. Yeah. Anyway, unimportant
Yeah.
right now.
I don't really know what
It's
they
the
can do.
team.